Okay, this is take 4. It's a horrible subject to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. It's about double standard in racism here in the United States. A couple examples: Black Entertainment Channel, acceptable. Any channel that panders towards a white group, racist. Black History Month, woohoo! Not racist. White History Month, history dealing with only whites, racist. Double standard there. If you say you're proud to be a black man, okay, a good thing. I'm proud to be a white man, racist, not okay, unacceptable. United Negro College Fund, organization that helps black students or black colleges and helps them with their tuition at these historically black places, not racist. Anything that says white or dedicated towards white only funding or fundraising or college tuition, definitely racist. Double standard. A person that's black, born in France, immigrates to the United States, become a U.S. citizen. They're African American. Look, they're black. They came from Africa. They originate from Africa. Oh, they're black. It's African American and black are synonyms, right? Okay, a white person born and raised in Africa that immigrated to Africa from, Europe. Born and raised African, happened to be white, immigrates to the United States, not African American. Nope, they're white. They're European. Double standard. I mean, if a white person walks up to you, you don't go, and he goes, I'm African American. You'd say, what? What are you talking? You would think the guy was crazy. But hey, born and raised in Africa, just happens to be white. But that's not okay. There is so much double standards. It's ridiculous. People are bending over the backwards as much as they possibly can to try not to be offensive or racially discriminating, and in the process they become offensive and racially discriminating. They become racist. Oh, we don't want to discriminate against blacks, so we're going to require that there's at least 30% blacks at this company. I mean, you apply for a job and you had to be a white person, there's a black person, and there's a quota, and there's not enough black people in the office. Who's going to get the job? The person who's less qualified is going to get the job if they happen to have some kind of conflict. It's ridiculous. The person most qualified for the job should get the job, regardless of their race. There should be no such thing as funding for only blacks or only whites. You shouldn't even notice someone's racial makeup. You really shouldn't. You should say, oh, that person happens to be black, that person happens to be white. Yeah. Well, their skin has a certain tone. Big fucking deal. Your organization should not be focused on one particular race. As soon as you do that, as soon as you teach pride in your race, you're a racist. As soon as you say, hey, this funding or this help only goes towards whites, only goes towards blacks, only go towards Hispanics, you're racist. I'm sorry. Anyone says otherwise is fooling themselves. And I think that's the new type of racism in the U.S. It isn't about, ignorant hillbillies throwing the N-word around. It isn't about, it isn't about blatant racial discrimination. It's more subtle. It's blacks preferring to. It's like when blacks go on television and lightening up their skin by putting makeup on. It makes them more, photogenic, or Hispanics always favoring the lighter skinned Hispanics. It's that type of prejudice, that subtle prejudice, that's just not acceptable. You know, I mean, the only thing that sucks about being, a white person is the fact that, at least with my red hair, man, I freaking burn. I'm like a damn ghost when I go outside. I wish I had dark skin. Provide me some protection from the elements. It's just, see, that makes sense. Hey, I'd like darker children because I'd like them not to get sunburned as severely. I mean, that makes a little sense to me. Going to a dating website and going, you know, I only want, white chicks to choose from, or, what's your racial preference? Asian. You know, that type of prejudice is completely overlooked. Racist in your mate, acceptable. You talk about racism in society, but how it's systemic and ignored, not acceptable. Anyway.